Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tesla with Tarot with Tesla. If you're new here, go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the bell so you'll be notified every single time I post a brand new video. And if you've been here before, welcome back. Thank you for coming. I'm back with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about crystals and their myths and legends. I really enjoyed doing the research for this video. It was so much fun and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hello! As I said before, we are going to be talking about crystal myth and legends today. This has been one of my most favorite videos to do the research for, as it was so enlightening and I just love learning so much, but that's the Sagittarius in me. But the first crystal that I have for you today is called Selenite. As we know, crystal can come in more than one form. I have Selenite in the wand form. Selenite's a great crystal to cleanse your divination tools, such as tarot cards, rune stones, or the wood pieces. Selenite used to be one of the only crystals that they would use for scrying and forms of divination, as it used to be seen as the purest crystal. Now we know today that that's not true. All crystals are pure, but that is what it used to be used for. Legend says that if you have fruit trees on your property and you were to take a piece of selenite and hang it from a rope hanging down from that tree, that the fruit on that tree, bush, plant will be the ripest and purest fruit, most fresh fruit that you've ever had in your life. I don't know if that's true, but maybe one of you guys can experiment and let me know down in the comments if it's true or not. Or maybe when I get to doing my gardening, then I'll try it out and I'll let you guys know. Maybe we can make another video on it. An old Kabbalistic legend says that when God created the earth, he sent down forms of divine light, and that divine light came to the earth in the form of selenite crystals. And you don't ever have to worry that your selenite crystal is with the wrong person or in the wrong place, or that you chose the wrong crystal, because they say that selenite's job is to be reunited with its source and with the person that it's meant to have, that's meant to have it the most, which is very interesting. I love that legend. That's such a sweet legend. It's so cute. Moving on to crystal number 2. Crystal number 2 is the Hematite crystal. Here I have it in raw form. And just as before, we said that crystals can be found in more than one form. Hematite is associated with the base chakra and can cleanse and clear blockages from that chakra when you meditate with hematite. Hematite can often be misidentified as bloodstone when it comes in the form of a raw tumbled stone, because when heated up to high temperatures, hematite turns a bright red that looks like the bloodstone crystal. An old ancient Greek legend says that hematite was created when Saturn killed his father, the tyrannical god Uranus. That this legend tells of the changing of ways from the old way to the new way, just as when one door closes, another door opens, which is very, very interesting story. Mesopotamians used to believe that hematite cured diseases of the liver, and they would often do healing rituals based around this practice. And in their research, or the pieces of research that we have found, the telling of that states that it worked, which is very curious. I'll have to look into more research into that, because the book and the research that I did over the crystal research wasn't enough to tell me if that is true or not, but I did find that very interesting. Another interesting fact about hematite is that the Babylonians wore it as a paste on their face when they were going to war, and that they believed they remained undefeated as long as they wore the hematite paste, which isn't too far-fetched, because hematite is highly associated with the planet Mars, and as we know, the planet Mars is the ruling planet of war. So I found that very interesting as well. Moving on to crystal number 3, here I have with me is Bloodstone. Bloodstone is associated with the base chakra, and when you meditate with Bloodstone, can clear blockages and clear your base chakra. Bloodstone is well known for being able to control the weather, and is used in a lot of Wiccan spells to do so, which is very interesting. In ancient times, it was believed that Bloodstone, when kept closely on the wearer, would grant the wearer invisibility powers. And all I could think about when I was reading that is the Harry Potter movie, when he has this big old cloak over him. Little did he know he only needed a bloodstone crystal, and it would have done the job, apparently. Bloodstone is also one of the first known healing stones. And according to the famous magician Agrippa, Bloodstone ensures the person who wears it fame and long life, which might not be too far-fetched, because he was a very successful and famous magician. Some of the healing effects, spells, and rituals of Bloodstone states that if you were to hold the crystal over your heart, Bloodstone will wear off colds and sickness. Moving on to crystal number 4. Here I have with me is Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli is associated with the crown chakra and the third eye chakra, and is said when you meditate with one closely, it will clear blockages and clear those chakras. Ancient Egyptians believed that Lapis Lazuli has cosmic correspondences and represented the cosmic sky and the power of the gods. As I said before, Lapis Lazuli has cosmic correspondences and is a reflection of what is below, is a reflection of what is above. Ancient Mesopotamians believed that the goddess Venus wore Lapis Lazuli on her when she went into the underworld, and that the crystal itself aided in her protection while she was down there. It is also widely believed that when you meditate with Lapis Lazuli, it can stimulate the third eye and grant you access into your inner truth. And you can have deep, emotional, and really important meditation sessions when you meditate with the crystal itself. Lapis Lazuli is also the crystal of the Archangel Michael. And people have been known to get messages from him during their meditation sessions when they meditate with Lapis Lazuli. If you've meditated with Lapis Lazuli and you've had a experience during your meditation session, please leave a comment down below because I'd love to hear your stories and your experiences. Moving on to crystal number 5, here I have with me is Carnelian. And I only have it in tumbled form, but I do have several pieces of Carnelian. This isn't actually my full collection of them either. I just picked out the prettiest ones. Carnelian is associated with the base chakra, and when meditated with can clear blockages and open up your base chakra. In ancient Egypt, carnelian was also used for seals and worn as amulets as a source of protection and power. The crystal was also widely worn in ancient times in the Mediterranean and the Near East. Now, nobody knows where it started, but one of the reasons why it was so popular is because it is believed that carnelian prevented misfortune and always brought the possessor good luck. In fact, in ancient times, they had a poem written about the stone carnelian, and here I will read it for you. It says, "Fate has with virtues great, carnelian's good nature is graced, be that you wear it round the neck or on ye finger placed." So there you have it. Carnelian is a great stone to wear on you. It prevents misfortune. It can clear your base chakra and has been worn for since the ancient times by tons of people. It's a very beautiful stone as well, I might add. Moving on to the 6th crystal that we have for today, and it is rose quartz. I do have it in 2 types of form. Here is the tumbled form. This crystal is a lot more pink than it looks. The light is just causing it to look white. Oh, that makes me sad. It's so pretty. I wish you guys could see it, but maybe you'll be able to see the bigger form that I have. More pink than it looks as well, but you get the gist. Rose quartz is accepted as the stone and crystal of unconditional love all around the world. It is associated with the heart chakra, and when you meditate with the stone, it can clear blockages and open up your heart chakra. In the Middle Ages, the St. Wenceslas Chapel was decorated all over with rose quartz. I can only imagine that it was very beautiful. And this might have specific symbolism, as St. Wenceslas was a much-loved patron of the Republic in those times. So it would make sense that they would decorate the whole chapel with rose quartz in his honor. Rose quartz, when kept on you closely in the form of jewelry or even just in a bag or on your pocket, is said to stimulate the third eye. They also say that rose quartz, when held while stargazing, can also help you open up your ability to clairvoyance, which is very interesting. Moving to crystal number 7, and we have with us is Jade. I have 3 different types of crystals of Jade. Here is raw tumbled form number 1. We know that Jade is commonly associated with the solar plexus chakra. It is also a stone that is highly used in money spells and to attract a lot of abundance. When meditating with Jade, it can help you attract abundance. It can help you open up your solar plexus chakra, and you can clear blockages from your solar plexus chakra. The Chinese in ancient times believed jade was one of the most precious gifts and crystals because it held the 5 great virtues: wisdom, justice, modesty, courage, and purity. Jade is also known as greenstone. And in New Zealand in ancient times, the Maori used to wear greenstone on a talisman to grant long life and fertility. Jade is a great stone to carry with you in your pocket or on you in jewelry form when you're going to school or college, because this crystal represents wisdom and learning and can aid in helping you hold on to the knowledge and the things that you are learning while you wear it. The Muslims used to wear jade necklaces to protect against injury and annoyance. So if you got anybody annoying around you, just put a piece of jade in your pocket and, I don't know, maybe they just go away. It might help, you never know. I always receive healing benefits from the crystals that I wear while I have them on me. Jade is also a great crystal to have on you because it also helps with stress relief. So if you know you have an exam coming up, or if you have a very stressful situation that you have to go to, just put a piece of jade in your pocket or in jewelry form to carry with you, because it will help you during that situation. Moving on to crystal number 8. Here I have with me is bronzite. Such a pretty crystal. Hold on, I have one more. I wish you could see the sparkly of it. I guess you can a little bit. But it shines so much. Bronzite is highly associated with the base and sacral chakra. And when meditated with, you can open up and clear blockages from your base and sacral chakras. Bronzite's power is held in its iron core. Ancient civilizations from all over the world considered iron as a gift from the gods, as it came down from the sky in the form of meteorites. The ancient Roman Plutarch called it bones from the gods, as I said before, because it came down from the heavens in the form of meteorites. Having passed through the Earth's atmosphere and heating to high temperatures, meteorite iron doesn't have to be smelted in order to be worked. In fact, it could be worked cold, which is why you can find tools of meteoritic iron for years before we ever actually extracted iron from the Earth. You can actually date these tools being back used from 7,000 years ago. That is a crazy long time ago. I cannot believe that they were using these tools and forming them and using these crystals way, way, way back then. One of the not so known facts about bronzite is that you really need to consider having the crystal in your possession with care, rather that be in your home or on you as a person yourself, because it is said to amplify and exacerbate the effects of ill intent, psychic attack, and spells. This could be vice versa, so it could be coming from you, or it also could be coming to you from another person. And it is always recommended that wherever you keep your bronzite in your house, you also keep a crystal of black tourmaline, because this will protect and cut those amplifications. It's very important. You do not want to be open and accepting of anyone else's ill intentions in your life, psychic attacks, or even spells that can cause havoc and a lot of stress and a lot of problems in your life. So just be sure that you have black tourmaline when dealing with bronzite. Very, very important. Moving on to crystal number 9. This one I'm so excited for because it's quartz crystal. This is raw form. I also have quartz crystal in tumbled form. And these are not all my quartz crystals, by the way. Quartz crystals was one of the first crystals I ever got in my collection, and my collection of them has highly grown since then. Quartz crystal is a crystal that I would recommend everyone to have, especially if you're just now getting into crystal collecting, or just even you're interested in the healing properties or uses of crystals. Quartz crystal can be used for, it's a universal crystal. It can be used for anything. And this is point, a crystal point of quartz crystal. Since the beginning of time, quartz crystals all over the world have been considered sacred. There are tribes that believe that quartz crystals are sacred, all the way from Australia to all the way to South America. They're everywhere. Clear quartz crystal is accepted as a source of power and aids in so many different healing abilities. As I said before, it's a universal crystal, and it can be used for so many uses. Ancient Egyptians would carve talismans out of clear quartz crystals and bury them with the dead for protection. Clear quartz is a highly known crystal used for protection even today. Now, as today we may know that this isn't true, but ancient Romans had believed that clear quartz was ice that had been permanently frozen. Ancient China believed, and still today they do believe, that quartz crystals are actual living things that take breath only once each century. Now, I found that to be very, very interesting. And they do believe that it is important to cleanse your crystals every night, as if it's the next day and they take the breath and that crystal is harboring any negative energy, then the effects of the next century. The crystal will only aid in that type of source or that type of energy, which is very, very interesting. I haven't heard a legend like that before. Last but not least, we are moving on to the 10th and final crystal that I have for you today, it is one of my favorites, and it is amethyst. Here I have it in tumbled form. I also have it in geode form. I have so many amethyst crystals. They are some of my favorite crystals to have on me, as this crystal helps with anxiety and depression. It helps me to de-stress, and it brings in positive energy. Amethyst is associated with the third eye and crown chakra, and when meditating with amethyst, you can receive the benefits of stress relief, and your anxiety and depression will begin to fade. Not only that, but you will begin to open up and clear blockages from your third eye and sacral chakra. The word amethyst itself means sincerity and freedom from harm. This is very important because the crystal is known to be used for protection. Freedom from harm. It is very important that you have a piece of amethyst on you in jewelry form, or in your pocket, or in your purse, or where you're going. Just because, as I said before, it ushers in new energy, positive energy. Whenever I'm wearing amethyst, it always makes me feel so happy. I don't know if any of you have the same experience, but if you do, leave a comment down below and let me know, because I'd love to hear your experiences in receiving the healing benefits from some of the crystals that you have in your life or that you wear on a daily basis. Amethyst represents wisdom, deep love, devotion, and peace of mind. It is also worn by royalties all over the world as a symbolism and a source of power. Amethyst is one of the stones on the talisman cross that the High Priestess wears in the tarot cards. Amethyst is also the stone for Archangel Raphael, and people have been said to receive messages from him when they are meditating with the crystal itself. As I said before earlier in the video, if you've had any experience with any of the crystals during a meditation session, please leave your story down below, because I would love to read it and learn more about it. I find those happenings and things so very interesting, and maybe it will help me to open up and talk about some of my meditation experiences that I've experienced in my own life here on my channel. According to ancient history, it has been said that the humble souls who possess the amethyst crystal in any form, that the crystal will instill the constant thought of heaven in them. That was the 10th and final crystal that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please leave a comment down below and letting me know. If you would like to know where I did my research and got most of the topics about these crystals, I have 101 Power Crystals by Judy Hall. Now, if you've read her crystal Bible, or if you're interested in crystals and you want to learn about the healing benefits, any ancient history on the crystals, what the crystals can be used for, and their significance and purpose, please, please, please get one of her books. Even the crystal Bible by Judy Hall is an amazing resource if you're wondering what you can use the crystals for, or if you have a crystal collection and you're just wanting to learn a little bit more about the crystals that you have. It's a great resource. No, this is not a sponsorship. I wouldn't be mad if it was, though. But definitely go get her book. It was a great read and I highly, highly recommend it. And it does have pictures of the crystals in it as well, which helps you identify some of the crystals in your own collection, which is great. I got my copy at Books A Million. I will leave a link down below where you can find your own copy if you feel so guided to. Thank you for sticking through this entire video. I really appreciate it. And like I said before, leave a comment below if you'd like to see more content like this, as I am always open to creating new content for you guys and looking, I don't know, for inspiration on all of these spiritual topics that you guys would love to see. And thank you so much for sticking around. It really means a lot to me.